Check Excel ribbon options to see if the Power Pivot Table option is available. First, check to see if Power Pivot is on the ribbon. If not, click File, More, Options, then Customize Ribbon. If Power Pivot is shown, check the box and it will appear in the ribbon. If not, your version of Excel doesn't support the Power Pivot features. Add data to the Power Pivot data model. I'll add the tables in the 5 highlighted tabs into the data model. I select menu item Power Pivot, I place cursor in table and hit the Ctrl plus Shift plus spacebar for selection, then click Add to Data Model button. The Data Manager appears with the new table. I've brought in customers, categories, and orders. Now I'm bringing in the final table, order details. Join data model tables using common column keys, rather than VLOOKUP formulas. I click menu item Power Pivot, then Manager, to raise the Data Manager screen. The default is the grid view, where we can inspect the data. We'll click the diagram view to join the tables. They can be joined in any order. It's a good idea to name the ID columns after the table. This will be the one side of the one-to-many relationships. Simply drag the column from one table and drop it on another. These will behave very similar to the vlookup command, although it seems more reliable. You can see these tables all have a one-to-many relationship. Create the Power Pivot table from the tables held in the data model. I'll begin by unpinning the ribbon to gain space in the client area. Using the mouse, select Power Pivot, Manage, Home, Pivot Table. Click New Worksheet and OK. Right-click anywhere on the Pivot Table panel and select Menu Item Show Field List. I'm going to select Sales as values, Quarters as columns, and Months as rows. Just type the first letter of the field, then drag the field from the list, and drop it in the appropriate location. To format the pivot table, I place the cursor anywhere inside the table and hit the Ctrl plus A keys to select. Then menu item Home, I'll select dollars with no fractions. I'll attach a chart to my Power Pivot table. Click menu item Insert, Pivot Chart, Column Chart, then OK. I'll drag the border handles to resize and move the chart. Now, you can add different fields to your chart and gain greater insights into your information. I'll look at sales performance by employee by placing the employee's last name in the pivot table rows. Now, we can see an employee breakdown by month and quarter. The chart gets a little over busy, remove it if you like. Create data slices and timelines from Power Pivot Table. Click inside the Power Pivot Table to show menu item Pivot Table Analyze. Click Pivot Table Analyze, then Insert Timeline. I'll select Order Date as the filter. Now, click on the months that you would like to filter on, use the Shift key for contiguous month selection. To insert a Power Pivot slicer, click Pivot Table Analyze, then select Insert Slicer. I'll filter the slice by state. It's a good idea to remove the timeline filter to include all of the data. Now, I can easily filter on a select group of states and review their performance.